welcome, Dominic, to the Worth to Be Seen podcast. I'm honored to have you with us.
It's also my privilege to join you also.
I'm very happy to hear that. And today we're going to hear a little bit about your church and the way that you're working in it. And so please just tell me the name of the church and the function of it and what kind of church it is.
This is African Divine Church. Its name is African Divine Church. It's a church that is all over Kenya, but it has many branches. But now we started this branch here in the slums of Kibera, and the church is the church that now we have. It's not a big church, but it has some good number that we try to bring people together and preach to them, give them hope of how they can cope with life.
That sounds very interesting. So tell me why and when did you decide to start this or be a part of this church in Kibera, the slums of Nairobi, right?
Yes. The reason why we started this church 2 years ago, though the main church is in the council state of Kenya in Vihiga, but here in Kibera we started it 3 years ago. And the reason why we started this is because of we saw many people, they don't have hope of tomorrow because of the high unemployment, how the issue is, how the insecurity is. So we decided to open a church to preach to them, to give them hope, to bring back the value of living in a society that has a lot of people. So when we started as 2 to 3 people, but now we thank God that the number has increased. And our most aim was to give people hope that despite the challenges that they have, things will be okay.
So I guess there's a lot of obstacles and there's a lot of challenges in this area then. And I presume that the church is having a function that goes beyond the actual Sunday services.
Yes.
And so how do you work, apart from the Sunday services, how do you work in the community? In what way are you engaged?
Apart from the Sunday activities, when you have a church in a slum area, and many people, when you preach to them about hope, you'll get things will be okay. You're going to get employed sooner. Your kids will have a good future. Just hold on, because many of the people in Kibera, most are depressed, most have a lot of challenges. But now when we go to them, apart from the church, we try to reach to them, because those who are depressed, we try to give them hope that things will be okay. And these challenges of Kibera has many tribes. So we also try to unify them, to make them to be one and speak one voice despite the diversity of their languages. So the biggest challenge so far is unifying them. But as a church, we have really tried, because our church has all the tribes mixed together. But majorly it has one tribe, but we try to unify them and bring them together.
Okay, yes. In Kenya, there's a lot of tribes. It's 50 something, isn't?
Yeah.
There's 42 tribes in Kenya in total.
Yes.
All right. Okay. And I can imagine that can be a struggle sometimes, because the different tribes sometimes have a different heritage and a different history, different cultures, and it could be problematic binding all these tribes together and uniting them.
Yes. It's a big challenge that we try as a church to bring them into unity.
Yes. So the church welcomes everyone.
Yeah, the church welcomes everyone. And also the biggest challenge, you are dealing with the people that to have a meal, 2-3 meals per day is very difficult. So when you preach to them, and they expect for you to also apart from the word of God, they also want them to have something in their stomach. And that's one of the biggest challenges that is here in Kibera and also in our church. So you can have a congregants and on a Sunday, you have to keep them. And then because that day they don't go to work, you have to see how will they now also try to eat during that day. It's a big challenge, and it goes all through the week, because they see you now, the church, as a hope. So they want you also to, when they meet you during the week, they have many challenges. So these challenges, they see you as also as a helper to them. So it's a big challenge, but we really try to, with the small amount that we get, when for those maybe who have a job, when they give the offering, we try to assist those who don't have.
Yeah, I guess there's the issue of these things like unemployment and the finance issues and trying to get the family and the children to school and things like so. It's I mean, I've been in the area. I've even visited your church. I'm sure that you might remember I was there to visit also.
Yes.
I've seen the environment, and I do understand that there's a lot of challenges there. Many times, churches in such informal settlements like the Kibera slum do face a lot of challenges. And how do you see that? How do you see that the faith and the worship and the religion or Christianity kind of comes into play and helps people?
Now, when we give them hope that things will be okay, and for us, like for me, I believe that if somebody has a strong faith, things will be better. So we just tell them things will be better. And for those who we preach to them and give them hope that things will be better, they usually come with a testimony that now when we pray together, when you gave us a message of hope, I went on Monday to go and look for the small jobs I got. So it gives us hope that they are at least gaining something, and they are better off than they were yesterday.
That's a very nice and a very good quest to have.
Yeah.
You have the word within the church. Shalom is part of the word or the call out.
Shalom. Yeah, okay. Our, the entire church is called African Divine Church.
Yeah.
Then branch, we call it Shalom.
Shalom. Okay, could you explain that word to me, because it's a bit unfamiliar. We hear it sometimes in my part of the world, but I think that maybe our distinction of it or understanding of it is a bit different.
Okay. Shalom is a kind of hope, kind of a place where we feel is a place where when somebody comes depressed, unemployed, things are not working, it's a place that he can find solemn, a place that he can hide and get renewed faithfully, spiritually. He can get renewed mentally. It's for us, when we said this is a Shalom Branch, so we feel it's a place that when you come there, we renew your hope, we renew your strength. We try to, those who are depressed, we try to give them hope that things will be better in future. So they just need to hold on in a place called Shalom.
It gives comfort and it gives hope and peace. Well, that's a beautiful word. I think that many times in this part of the world where I am seated, we hear shalom and we just hear the word, and we're not really aware of everything that it means and everything that is within it. And I'm sure that also attracts the people coming to the church. You said that you started off with just a very few and you're growing. So how many are you now in the church?
We started with around 5 people. Then now we have increased. Now we are around 80.
80.
80 people. Yeah. And
Okay.
we believe that many people will join us, because we are still preaching hope and telling them that this is the best place to get comfort. This is the best place you can hide despite the challenges that are in the world. You can come and have a hope here in a place called Shalom. Yeah.
Okay. So have you seen any, I mean, during these 3 years that you have been having the church now, have you had any personal experiences of anybody transforming, or actually some stories to tell of good things happening?
Yes. We have had two youths. Their life they were at the end of, I can say, like their end, and they started now because of they have studied. They don't have a job. They don't see any hope of having a job in future. So they now started engaging in drugs. Their lives were not so okay. So when they came to our church, and we tried to advise them, we tried to bring them into focus, and we thank God that there was one who was so much addicted to drugs that he could not see any hope in the future. Think he could say maybe death will come through any time because of how things are. You can have a frustration that you have studied, you have tried everything, but you don't see any hope of you
Exactly.
getting being employed. But we tried to nurture them, and now we can say they have grown. I think when you came to a church, you saw there are some young people there. So we
Yes.
have two of them. They transformed completely, and they left the drugs. They left because they were also a threat to the community. Now
Mm.
the community appreciates our church of how we transform them, and how
Wow.
now they are. So as a church, we really feel proud of how they have changed, and now they are so much focused, and they have a hope that things will be better. Even though they can get small jobs now, but there is hope that things will be better, unlike before, which they knew without being employed, things will not be okay. But now they have changed. So we
Wow.
thank God for how they have changed, and we really appreciate God that we change more lives. For these two people is a great testimony for us of how they have transformed their life from a threat to the community. Now they are kind of a help to the community, because they help us, many members, by preaching also to their friends that they lost their hope. Yes.
Wow, that's an amazing story. And that alone, just a story like that is alone enough to just keep going and getting inspiration to move on. So I understand that the quest that you're doing, when you get these kind of stories, it fulfills the meaning of everything, and it just makes everything worthwhile.
Yes.
Yeah. And now, as you when you mention these, is it young boys or young girls?
Is one boy and one girl.
Really? Okay. Now, as we're speaking here, I come to the idea then maybe I could have a podcast with the young boy and the young girl. I can
Yes.
do a pod with them alone, and or with them, and it would be so amazing to hear their stories. Would that be possible to arrange for that?
Yes, that will be possible.
They speak English?
Not so fluent, but yeah, they can speak English, but not so fluent. But at least they can speak English.
All right. So then I'm just going to mention to the viewers or the listeners to this pod that there will be a coming pod when we're actually going to have a small interview or a pod talk with this young boy and girl, then to get it from their perspective and to understand the impact that it has all done in their lives.
Yes.
So what would you tell people outside of Kibera who have never been there or maybe never even been to Africa? I mean, there is some really special kind of situations in Kibera. I've experienced them a few times myself. I've seen it. I kind of I'm always feeling very welcomed in Kibera, and people are just very, very kind to me and extremely the hospitality and all this, it just feels overwhelming for me to be in such place, and the kindness that I meet everywhere. And of course some curiosity too, which is natural. But for those who have never been there, how would you explain, or how would you describe the area?
Yes. Kibera is a nice place. I can tell anybody to come and visit the place to see the different side of life, because in Kibera, most people have this notion that it's a place that is not safe. Obviously, yes, there's some incidences that it's not safe, but it's a place that it has all the tribes in one place, and then they all have a common goal that they hope that they will succeed in future. So it's a place that anybody can come and associate with them and give them hope, because most of the people who are staying there, most they have lost their hope. They feel like their life cannot change. They feel that their health status cannot be okay. But when you visit Kibera, anybody who wants to visit, I encourage people to come and visit Kibera, to give these people hope that things will be better despite the challenge that they have, that their kids are not able to go to school. They barely have 3 meals per day. The challenge that they have, not having good houses. But when you visit them, they are so social people. They have a lot of stories that they can tell. And these stories can also give hope to those people who are also outside Kibera, that this is a safe place. And I just encourage everyone to come and visit Kibera, to just come and give them hope that things will be better, because most of the people are frustrated. Most of the people there, they don't feel like their life will change. But when we visit them, we give them courage and hope, and they will feel comfort and with the rest of the people in the world. I encourage them to come and visit the place. It's a nice place. They are very welcoming. They are very social. The only challenge that they have, as for me, I feel is a hope that things will be better. But when you come to Kibera and tell them that you will be better, your life will change despite the challenge that you have. They just need an encouragement that things will be will.
Yes, yes, and I've seen so many talents. There's so many people engaged in fantastic things, creating things, the dancing, the gymnastics, the music. There's so many creative minds, and there's so much creativity there. And me, being a creative person, a musician, a photographer, and filmer, so I work with creativity myself, and that is actually one of the goals with this channel by itself, worth to be seen, is that I want to showcase things that are actually worth to be seen. And we're trying to
Yes,
do it in all sorts of ways. We're implementing creativity into schools. We're implementing creativity into different aspects of communities, and it's going very well, and people are very interested. And people in general, they like to be seen for what they're doing. So that is part of the hope that we're trying to accomplish through the Worth to be Seen channel and through the Worth to be Seen projects and movements. So
yes,
I'm always inspired by these things. And one of the things that I appreciated a lot when I was visiting your church was the
yes,
music, the drums and the dancing and all these things. There was so much joy within it. And you can see that the musicians who were playing the drums, very proud, and
yes,
everybody was dancing and also being very proud about it. And those things are very, very to the surface in Kibera. You see it a lot, and you see a lot of people doing amazing things.
yes,
So I understand that your quest giving people hope, and when people visit, you get a chance to show these things. I have
yes,
been
yes,
a few times. I've had guests with me to Kibera, and every time when I bring people to those areas that I feel familiar with, they're always saying that this is one of the most fantastic experiences they have had, and one of the most fantastic places they have been to, because of the
yes.
kindness of people and the amount of creativity and talents. There's so many fantastic talents.
Yes, I agree with you that yeah, when you have a place that you have different tribes in one area, So they try to mingle and exchange their ideas. So there are so many creative. I think in Kibera there's so many talents in Kibera that they are hidden, and we thank people like you. When you come, you try to expose them so that people can know how good how talented the area is, because there are so many creative people, so many creative kids with the rich music, and it's good with the different cultures. So they can try to mix this culture and this culture to bring something unique. And it's a very nice place to visit, especially when you want to see the creativity of the people, how creative people are.
Yes, yes. And I believe that creativity also, when you get it and when you embrace the creativity in
Yes.
any area and you then adapt that into your way of life, there are things that happens because you get creative also beyond the arts. You get creative in your life and you get creative by solving problems, exceeding challenges and going, past obstacles, because when your mind starts working in the creative way, you see kind of a playful way to solve problems. Okay, let's try this. Didn't work. Okay, let's try this instead. And you're putting yourself out there and risking to fail, but that is part of the creativity. You try something new and see what happens. And when you put that into play at school or in church or wherever it is, being so music or art or paintings or dance, whatever it might be, it changes the mindset of people, uh, and it makes it okay to fail because at least you tried something new, and that is cheered on to. So I believe in that, and I believe that the your church and the way that you are putting everybody together and everybody's welcome is distinctive for the area that you are in, because there's so much diversity of people. And
Yes.
and I know that your church is it's a Christian church,
It's a Christian church.
and that is also, sorry, yes, you go on.
Yeah, it's a Christian church with a different tribes, a different diversity. Yes, so that's why when you come, we try to be creative so that we can also attract more people also in the church.
Yes. And as you know, I do have the Worth to be Seen project as a part of my project. And then we run the 7M project, which is more towards education and water supply and schools and things like that. So we've been active now for about 12 years on the continent of Africa. And I love these interactions that we're just getting into now through the podcasts and things like that. And I know that people listening, many times they feel engaged and they feel inspired to maybe be part of something. So if there was one thing that you would say would be of a great impact for your church or for your quest, whatever it might be, what would you feel could be something that would really make a change for you and your church?
Okay, in my church, there's so many widowers. There are so many. There are orphans there. We have people who are unemployed, and when we can have something that can bring them at least every Sunday, because when you have we have kids also in the church. We have a service that in the early in the morning we we associate with the kids to get them engaged, and then during the day we have these grown up people. So uh, if we can manage, if people can assist us, uh, hold them every Sunday, at least to have, because you can have a member that has stayed maybe for 2 days. He has not even had a meal. When he come to the church, he feels this is a safe place. Maybe this is a safe place. They will preach to me. I can have enough prayer here. This is a comfort place. Having a meal is one of the biggest challenges. Anybody who is willing, because we usually preach them from morning up to in the evening. If anybody is willing to assist us in a program like on Sunday, they can have a meal despite the challenge that they have during the week. When they come there, they can have a meal, just a lunch, because we start early in the morning. We try to give them hope. This is the only place that they can run to after the week of problems, a week of challenges. When they come to that place, they also feel they want us also to engage them. If anybody can just assist on Sunday, just offer that these people on Sunday, I can try them to give them just a meal on Sunday. When they come to church, instead of going to home, they just have a meal on Sunday. It will be a very good thing for us, because we shall be holding them, becoming every Sunday in the church, and also to encourage them to participate, not just because somebody can say, I cannot go to church, I don't have anything, I don't have offering to give, I don't have I feel like I'm very weak, I cannot come there. But when they come a place that is safe,
Yes.
it will be very much we know we have a big challenge. The church is not complete, because I think you saw the kind of church that we have. We have a challenge of chairs, because the members are increasing. So,
Yeah.
but if we try to have something that they can hold them every Sunday, just on
Yes.
Sunday, so that despite the challenge that they will be facing, they know on Sunday when I go to church, I can have this. And so we hope that anybody who is willing can assist us in holding them every Sunday.
Wow. That's a very, very amazing request. I mean, when I'm asking you to ask for anything, what you ask for is a meal for everybody else, and that says something about the way of thinking. Also, in very instances in Kibera.
Yes.
So, anybody listening, or with whatever we're doing now in the Slum, if something comes along that we can facilitate these things, it would be to start with one meal a day for the members of the church, and whatever that could bring for them. That would be an amazing thing, and I would love to be part of such a quest too. So your request is noted, and your wishes are noted, and we will just see whatever happens. So I'm happy for this conversation. I have learned a lot from it, and there's a new way of thinking, and a new ways that have turned up in my mind, things that I didn't know, and I appreciate it a lot. You see me drinking from this mug, and I will make sure that you get one of these as well. We have made this. This one comes from actually the area, so I have more in your area as well. So I will see to it that you get one. Sorry, there wasn't one today, but you will get one eventually, I'm sure.
Thank you so
And
much.
is there anything that you would like to, as we're ending here, is there any ending words that you would like to share with the audience here on Worth to be Seen?
Yes. I will say, like, when Jesus had a friend called Lazarus.
Mm.
When Lazarus had died, the friends, the family said that called Jesus and told him that your friend is dead. But they had hope that their friends, because Jesus was a friend of Lazarus, Jesus will help Lazarus when on his sickness, and will get better. Then when Jesus came, he came and assist them, and he told Lazarus to come, and Lazarus woke up after the death. So I'm telling the viewers that now you are our friends. Like the way the family of Lazarus was expecting something from Jesus. So we are hoping you to come and assist these people, just giving them hope so that they cannot die in their hope, so that they can have a way that they can have a hope that things will be better in future. So we are depending on them, just like the family of Lazarus was depending on Jesus.
That's powerful ending words, and I appreciate it very much. So,
Thank you.
Dominic, your full name is?
Dominic Bagaia.
All right. Dominic Bagaia. That's it?
Dominic. Yes. Yes.
Okay, so thank you so very much for taking your time out to be part of this Worth to Be Seen podcast. And I'm looking forward to talk to you again. And I will, after we have spoken, we will talk about, or after we end this conversation, we will talk about how we could get that young boy and girl to also be part of this. It would be absolutely fantastic. And I'm sure that the listeners and viewers would be very interested in such a podcast episode as well. So,
Thank you.
with that, I would like to thank you so very much for your time and participation.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.